Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of your OGR, as today is game 74, as the Edmonton Oilers went up against the Minnesota Wild, and well, we got absolute fucking whelped, as Duncan Keith continues to make big-ass mistakes, as he was an absolute bombshell, showing us why he is just not an NHL defenseman anymore. And then Ryan Hartman flipping off of Vander Kane, which was absolutely hilarious. But this was a game that, once again, we got beat up by the Minnesota Wild. Just a team that we cannot find a way to defeat. We cannot find a way to score against. Just many things that we struggle to do. We struggle massively against the Wild. And they just absolutely walloped us once again, 5-1. But before we get into all this, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, guys, make sure to slap that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. That'll be very much appreciated, boys. So let's get into this fat episode and talk about all that happened against the Wild, why we lost, all that sort of stuff. Now, first of all, I was a really big fan of the first line of Kane, McDavid, Puljujärvi. I thought they were doing, and people need to start giving some fucking respect to Puljujärvi. It is absolutely mind-boggling how, Mark Spector and a lot of the fans just ride, our young players' asses, especially Bouchard. I've seen a lot of people blaming Bouchard for a lot of the goals that happened between Keith and Bouchard. A lot of the plays was because Keith was being an absolute fucking moron. The first goal was by Freddie Gaudreau, where Keith just like in the corner just whipped it out. Was like, oh shit, I just threw it in front of the net. Fuck. Oh shit. Like, come on, bro. Are you that dumb? Like, bro, I thought you were a Norris-winning defenseman. Everyone was hyping you up all fucking year, and now you're turning it over like a goddamn moron, and everyone's like, oh, that's a really rough play for Bouchard. What the fuck was Bouchard supposed to do? He defended the boards. He stopped the guy from getting the puck. Keith was supposed to rim it around the boards. Instead, he threw it right in front of the fucking net like a goddamn moron, man. Like, I don't understand Duncan Keith and why people just continue to ride the young players. Like, no wonder why no one wants to fucking play here. And everyone's saying that, yeah, Puljujärvi can't finish. I understand that. Puljujärvi was never a big finisher. That's the way he was when he was playing in Finland. That was the way when he came up in the NHL. It takes him a bit to start finishing and starting to get that scoring ability. He does so much more out there. He generates a lot of goals. He does a lot of great things defensively, and Mark Spector's out there riding Puljujärvi every fucking chance he has. People need to start giving respect to my man Puljujärvi, and same with Bouchard. We can't just continue to ride these young guys because they're being thrusted into a position which they shouldn't be. Bouchard's playing a lot of minutes, which is awesome. I love that. But when you have no one else and you're playing Bouchard alongside of Duncan Keith, it's not very phenomenal. Like, Keith was absolutely atrocious throughout the entire night. So please, people, start giving my man Puljujärvi some fucking respect, because he's been phenomenal this year. And for people to say that he does not deserve to be up on the top line, yes, he does. He deserves a lot of credit for being up on that top wing alongside of McDavid, and honestly makes that line a lot better than what Vander Kane does. So moving forward, of course, we already talked about the first goal by Frederick Gaudreau. He scored his 11th goal of the season. Now, this, I don't know what the fuck Duncan Keith was thinking here. I still don't understand where he just like fucking threw it in front of the net. I don't understand it. Don't ask me what happened, because honestly, I have no understanding of what Keith was thinking in this position, but he basically set up Frederick Gaudreau for a beautiful goal. He might as well be in a Minnesota Wild jersey because of how beautiful that pass was to Frederick Gaudreau. Like, my lord. Now, yes, Nuge was also 2 down deep as well. That was a big fault on him as well. But that was all because of Keith throwing in front of the net. And you don't do that as a defenseman, man. You don't just whip it out. Like, I don't understand, bro. Like, apparently Keith likes whipping it out in front of people. Like, fuck me. And then moving forward, Kevin Fiala scored his 25th goal of the year. Once again, another mistake by Duncan Keith. We're going to be talking a lot about Duncan Keith tonight as my alarm goes off. Sorry about that, boys. Yeah, as Duncan Keith, apparently my phone's like, shut the fuck up, man. You're talking too much about Duncan Keith. But this was another, kind of fault to Duncan Keith. I don't know what's with him with chopping wood and just like two-handed people, because maybe he's just too dumb to play defense or something. I don't know. But every time he has a chance, he doesn't go for the puck. He just hacks the legs. That's all he can do, just hacks the legs like he's a fucking lumberjack. But Kevin Fiala scored his 25th goal of the season, and then Fiala once again strikes again, getting his 26th goal of the season. This was actually the play where Duncan Keith lazily rimmed it around the boards. It was the laziest rimmed around the boards ever. Of course, Minnesota got it, and they scored again. Now we're up 3-0 going in the second period. Then Ryan Hartman scored his 28th goal of the season. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. This is another fuck up by Duncan Keith. Holy crow. Who could have predicted this? Who could have predicted Duncan Keith playing like shit, huh? Who is that? Oh, yeah, me at the beginning of the fucking season saying that Duncan Keith is not a top 4 defenseman, and he isn't. He continues to get worse and worse day by day, and this was the worst game by Duncan Keith, and he continues to be worse. Like, this is the worst couple games by Duncan Keith ever this year. He's been all right at best throughout the year, but not a top 4 guy, and he has just been atrocious these past couple games. It is embarrassing. And then, Ryan Hartman scores again. This was, bad defensive play by Kulak and Barry. Ryan Hartman strikes, getting his 29th goal of the season. They're up 5-0. Honestly, this was, we've had some good defensive games, but this one was just absolutely atrocious by the Edmonton Oilers. Absolutely disgusting. And then Draisaitl scored his 21st power play goal of the year, which is amazing because he broke a record, passing Smith and Gretzky for the most power play goals in a single season, getting his 51st goal of the season. And that was the only goal the Edmonton Oilers scored. Great goal by Draisaitl on the power play, but we weren't able to score all fucking night. The Minnesota Wild did a great job of shutting us down, not giving us any room to breathe. It was honestly a very boring game for me to watch because I just saw Minnesota shut us down and us continuing to make countless mistakes. Cough, cough, Duncan Keith, who played absolutely atrocious. And I know I'm talking a lot about Keith, but that was an embarrassing night by Duncan Keith. If you didn't have Duncan Keith in your lineup, this would have been actually a pretty close game. But he gave away 4 goals to the Minnesota Wild. And when you do that, and when you just continue to make countless mistakes, and people continue to ride on our young players like the fan base does, it's disgusting. Especially like Mark fucking Spector, who just continues to be an absolute moron. I cannot believe he is still hired by Sportsnet because of his articles that are just absolutely embarrassing to read. I don't even like reading it because I don't even know how it popped up on my timeline, but he made a comment about Duncan Keith's mistake, but he's like, oh, Puljujärvi's scoring chance could have been a big difference. No, honestly, the whole team played like shit. Just because Puljujärvi missed like 1 or 2 grade A chances was not going to turn this game around. Duncan Keith continued to give grade A chances to the Minnesota Wild. That was our biggest mistake, was continuing to give big old opportunities to the Minnesota Wild. We got to shut those down. Not Puljujärvi missing a few grade A chances, because honestly, there was a lot of players that missed grade A chances. Zach Kassian, are you gonna fucking ride on Zach Kassian's ass there, Mark Spector, who's making $3 million fucking dollars a year? No, you're not. You're not gonna hear Zach Kassian's You're not gonna hear Zach Kassian out of Mark Spector's mouth. No, you're gonna hear Puljujärvi, who's making $1 million a year and is actually producing quite well this year. Sure, he's not finishing, but he plays great defensively and he's generating a lot of chances for the Edmonton Oilers. But no, we're not going to hear about Zach Kassian's underperforming and how he missed the fucking net like 3 goddamn times throughout this game. No, we're not going to hear about that. This is a type of team that's going to lose either in the first or second round, depends on who our opponent is. I know Draisaitl thinks that, every team should fear us going in the first round and doesn't want to face us. No, we are the team that people want to fucking face because of how bad we are defensively and how we have inconsistent goaltending. That is fucking it for me, honestly. I don't even want to talk about the 5-on-5 lines because, first of all, every line out there, but for the Kane McDavid Puljujärvi line, played like shit offensively. And we didn't play very well defensively. Same with the defense. Nurse and Ceci were probably one of our best defensive pairings. Everybody else was shit. So honestly, guys, I don't think I got anything else to talk about. That's my rant, because honestly, people need to start giving respect to our younger players and stop just fucking, bowing our heads to the veterans like they don't do anything wrong. Like, come on, guys. Smarten up. Like, don't just fucking ride the rookies constantly. Let's take a look at Duncan Keith and the rest of our veterans, like Cassian, who's been massively underperforming. And people talking about Cassian getting first line time, like, fuck out of here. He doesn't deserve first line time. He hit the post like 3 times and then missed the net on a breakaway. Like, come on, bro. I'm fucking done, man. This team is disgusting at some moments of time. So I'm going to end the OGR here. Thank you very much for watching, boys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Adios, amigos. Oh, before I do leave, though, Ryan Hartman flipping off of Evander Kane was absolutely hilarious. I had a good laugh at that. Evander Kane went right after Kaprizov. I did forget to note that. But yeah, I'm going to end the video here now. See you guys all later. Peace.